Hello football fans, Kuram here again with another video. Firstly, before I get into Manchester United and Barcelona, big shout out to all the fans of the Super Football Show that have been on the Facebook group and have been actively keeping that alive, and also the comments and all the stuff that you guys are doing. Thank you very much for joining the Super Football group fan page on Facebook, and also for all the participation and all the pictures and all the colorful language that you use. Thank you very much for doing that. For all those people that think I'm a Manchester United fan, I am. I love football in general, but Manchester United is my favorite club. Let's move on to what's going to happen tonight in the Champions League Final, what I think is going to happen in the Champions League Final. Obviously, the champions of Spain in Barcelona versus the champions of England in Manchester United. You might remember way back in 1992 when Pep Guardiola was a player for Barcelona. That is when they faced off against Sampdoria at the old Wembley and won their very first Champions League title. They have a total of 3 right now, 2 under Lionel Messi, when Messi did not play in the 2006 final but did play in the 2009 final, which Barcelona A defeated Arsenal and B defeated Manchester United in Rome. What's going to happen tonight? A lot of talk about how the impact player that Lionel Messi is, the stellar season that he has, the 2-time Ballon d'Or winner. Everything about Messi is just a check mark in my book. That guy is a phenomenal player. If you look at the Champions League, the last 3 seasons, he's been the top goal scorer for Barcelona in the Champions League, and I think he has 36 goals overall, 36 Champions League goals overall, or European goals for Barcelona, the leading goal scorer in Europe for Barcelona so far, and this season he's already scored 11 goals. He's failed to score in England, and that could change. He's failed to score in England, but I think that could change today. Also, if you look at the positives of Barcelona, about 90% of the possession or pass completion for them, 90% pass completion for them in the Champions League, 1,100 passes completed alone by Xavi Hernandez, and Sergio Busquets has completed about 1,063 passes. If you look at the average amount of passes, obviously Barcelona, when you talk about Barcelona, you talk about the tiki-taka type of play, keeping possession and passing short. 700 and I believe 47 passes on average in the Champions League is what Barcelona averages. The second team with the highest amount of passes is Arsenal at 580 passes per game. 747 passes per game on average for Barcelona. That is key. That is a key stat right there, showing the amount of possession that Barcelona have. If you look at the possession, 74.3% of possession is in Barcelona's hands in Champions League matches. Barcelona like to hold the ball. Barcelona like to break down teams. A lot of people have been very negative about Barcelona because of all the favors they seem to be getting, whether it be referee decisions or just red cards, or just always seeming to be in the favor of UEFA to get to the final, or whatever. All the controversy aside, we have to talk about one thing. Barcelona will play beautiful football, but they will always play to win. That is the strength of Barcelona. They will do whatever it takes to make sure they win that game. They want their 4th Champions League trophy. They want it, and they want it bad. They have an amazing coach in Pep Guardiola. Also, Frank Rijkaard is the one that started the whole tiki-taka, you'd say, in 2003, and he started this whole revolution that Barcelona has brought in the last decade of football. But still, Pep Guardiola, just like Sir Alex Ferguson said, has brought in a certain maturity, and you have all the players that you can want for Barcelona, whether it be Xavi Hernandez or Andres Iniesta. One person that I am definitely scared of as a Manchester United fan, because Andres Iniesta, you remember the World Cup 2010, he always brings his game. No matter if we had to wait 2 hours for a goal against Holland and for Spain, it was still Andres Iniesta who always brings his A game and always gets that goal in the all-important final. Remember against Chelsea? Wow, what a goal that he had at Stamford Bridge as well. You know Andres Iniesta is going to be ready. The only weakness I see for Barcelona in this game is Javier Mascherano. Not that Javier Mascherano is a bad player, it's just the position that Javier Mascherano is playing. Obviously, he played in the same center-back position against Real Madrid and did really well. He excelled against Real Madrid because of the inconsistency of the Real Madrid playing, not playing Ozil from the start, or whatever you want to say. This time around, the difference between 2009 and 2011 is the fact that there is no Cristiano Ronaldo in Manchester United, and the emergence of the little Mexican, the little P, Chicharito, as being a potential goal scorer and an amazing goal scorer, and also someone that can suck out Javi Hernandez. Well, I think it's Wayne Rooney, basically, who, once he gets past Sergio Busquets, who will be busy with Ji-sung Park, if Rooney is able to suck out not only Mascherano, but also take Puyol with him down the left flank, then you know even the left-hand defender of Dani Alves, whatever, you know that Javier Hernandez can take on Javier Mascherano and he can get a goal if Valencia has a decent delivery. That is the only thing that Barcelona have a problem with, is their back line. If you talk about possession, talk about passing, most of the passing of Barcelona is in the middle of the park. 61% of their passes in the middle of the park, whereas 12% in the back line. So they keep the ball in the middle. If Manchester United are able to emulate the French side of 1998 against Brazil in that World Cup final in France, and are able to hound the midfield players for possession of Barcelona and get the ball out to the flank, I know they're going to Valencia. They are definitely going to Valencia, and Valencia is going to try to get in behind Dani Alves and put it across. Manchester United have scored 18 goals in the Champions League this season. None of them have been headers. So I expect a headed goal, and I expect it coming off the little Mexican in this game today. They've only allowed 4 goals in 12 matches in the Champions League, have Manchester United. Barcelona have scored 27 goals in the Champions League, so it's the best offense against the best defense. I hope it's not as cagey as 2009. In 2000, I remember it was the misplaced passes. Carrick, about 15 misplaced passes, and that one pass of Evra, a clearance that went straight to Javier Hernandez and started off a movement which landed with a looping header from Lionel Messi. That kind of was the nail in the coffin to the game. So Manchester United have to make sure that when they possess the ball, they have to pass it accurately, and they have to go for the long passes. They can't do the short passes because Barcelona are only 10 yards away from the ball every time they lose it. They're very close to the ball, and they hound you right away. That is how amazing they are in getting back their possession. If Manchester United is able to utilize their possession just like Arsenal did at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal only had 39% of possession in that game, and were still able to get 2 goals and defeat Barcelona, hand Barcelona their first defeat in the Champions League this season at 2-1. I think Manchester United can win. I still see this game being favored towards Manchester United, whether you say the Wembley pledge or just the fact that the whole of London is behind Manchester United, and even non-Manchester United fans probably hate Barcelona more because of all the controversy at the Bernabeu and the controversy at Stamford Bridge. You might think Manchester United had the fan following behind them. 1968 was the year where Manchester United won their first Champions League trophy, and it was at the same spot, that is the old Wembley. So this is a place where Manchester United and Barcelona have both lifted their first European trophies. Both of them are looking for number 4, and Sir Alex Ferguson, if he gets his 3rd European trophy this time around, he will emulate Sir Bob Paisley, who is that amazing Liverpool manager and has so much European success and one of the most decorated managers of all time in England. I'm hoping Edwin van der Sar, who will put on the kit of Manchester United for the last time as a 40-year-old before he retires, gets another Champions League trophy. Remember that stomp he had against Anelka in 2008? Oh, I just remember doing that. Yeah. Edwin van der Sar doing that when they won the title way back in 2009. Just a couple stats that I picked up that I found were very interesting about the finals of European Champions League finals. Since 2010, the year 2000, there have been about an average of 2.63 goals in the last 11 matches. The highest scoring goal was in Istanbul in 2005 when Liverpool were facing off against. Yeah, sorry about that. We were talking about the last 11 finals since 2000, and I think it was the last time there was a 1-0 victory in a final of the Champions League. It was Real Madrid versus Juventus way back in 1998 when they won 1-0. Since then, there have been 2 goals to 1 wins. There's only been 1 0-0 draw, and the highest scoring match was in Istanbul when Liverpool did that amazing comeback against AC Milan. One more thing, Barcelona have been able to score in the last 20 Champions League games. The last time they didn't score was against Ruben Kazan in November 2009. I was watching a little video of Teddy Sheringham. I remember in 1999 that amazing treble for Manchester United. He came on as an impact substitute, and he was telling Dimitar Berbatov, who obviously will probably start on the bench, he hasn't scored in 1,134 minutes of Champions League football. The last time he scored against in the Champions League was against Celtic in October 2008. He has to be an impact player for Manchester United if they need him coming off the bench, just like Nani, Anderson, and probably Darren Fletcher, who might come off the bench as well. There are 4 options for Manchester United off the bench, and those 4 have to be impact players. I think Darren Fletcher might get some time. Anderson did score 2 goals against Schalke. He is the third leading scorer for Manchester United in Champions League so far. 4 for Javier Hernandez, 3 for Wayne Rooney, 11 for Lionel Messi, 4 for Pedro, 3 for Xavi and Villa. So this is going to be a scoring affair. Even though Manchester United have an amazing defensive record in the Champions League and a 12-game unbeaten streak in the Champions League, and they also have Edwin van der Sar, who will be making his 99th appearance in Europe, and also is the first goalkeeper to have 50 clean sheets in a Champions League and in Champions League history, the first player in Champions League history to have 50 clean sheets. As a goalkeeper, I'm sure he won't be able to keep his 50 first because Barcelona are definitely going to score. If Barcelona score first, we could have a repeat of 2009 in my opinion. But if Manchester United, who have a propensity to score early in Champions League games and then also score between the 70th and the 80th minute, most of their goals come in that time in the Champions League, if they have an opportunity this time around to try to congest the midfield and use a breakout and try to get an early goal through Javier Hernandez, I don't think it's going to be 30 seconds like they did against Blackburn, but if they are able to do that, get an early goal, they will have the pressure on Barcelona. They'll be able to soak it in with their good defense and play the counter game. I, as a fan of Manchester United, and maybe just a football thing, even though a lot of people are going to Barcelona, I still think Manchester United are able to win this one, and I think they might do it in normal time. They won't need extra time. It'll be 2-1 for Manchester United in my point of view. I hope for the last prediction of the season I'm right. I hope. I got this bad gutty feeling that UEFA might just stick their sticky hands in there and do something wrong. But I'm going for a Manchester United win. What do you think? Super Football Show, inshallah, will be back on the airwaves of Pakistan ASAP. I'm sure as soon as the IPL finishes today, which is the final today, Chennai versus Royal Challengers of Bangalore. I'm hoping Chennai doesn't do a repeat, and Chris Gale will lead Royal Challengers of Bangalore to that victory in the final. Tomorrow is the Monaco Grand Prix. So much sport, but I'll be talking about it on the halftime show on Radio 1 FM 91 tomorrow at 8 p.m. on 91 FM in Pakistan. Hope you guys like the blog. I'll be adding some more stuff, and hopefully, inshallah ta'ala, I am right about Manchester United winning today. Can't wait for the match. Have fun, be safe wherever you watch it, and please keep commenting and keep talking on the Super Football Show Facebook fan page, the group of official Geo Super, whatever it is, and try to keep your comments non-abusive, please. Just try once, just try. All right, bye.